Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jack with Sioux Falls Dent Repair. So I've had some questions in the past about what kind of stuff do I use specifically for videos making. If you follow me on my YouTube channel, I've got quite a few videos. Hey, man, what's up? And basically, I just wanted to kind of take a couple minutes just to talk about what kind of gear do I use as far as when I'm shooting videos for specifically my YouTube channel, but then also I repopulate those videos, or repurpose those videos, I should say, for Instagram as well as Facebook and other, Google My Business, all those kind of platforms. So anyways, so just kind of starting off with probably the main thing here. This is the Canon EOS R. So this is kind of the go-to camera that I'm using now. Originally, up until about two months ago, I suppose, I was using actually the Canon M50, which is quite a bit smaller camera than this, but it actually works out really well for what I was trying to do. But I just knew that I was getting to the point where I was doing some filming and stuff for some other guys and doing some little bit more, I guess a little bit more higher quality, and I wanted basically a secondary camera anyway. So I'm not going to buy the same camera. I'm going to buy probably something a little bit better. And holy cow, this was a absolute home run. I absolutely love this camera here, getting to use it now. So basically kind of showing you, it comes traditionally, you can buy it just with the body when you get into these kind of cameras, but it actually comes with the kit. Specifically was the Canon 24-105, which is just your standard RF, which is the new mount. So RF 24-105, which is the zoom. That's kind of the go-to lens as far as what it comes with, but really the bread and butter and everything. So it's going to be the Canon. This is the RF 15-35. So if you're not familiar with cameras, basically the lower the number, so like a 15 means it's going to be an extra wide angle. So what that allows me to do is to shoot videos like I'm doing now. So I'm actually on just a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. And that allows me the camera lens, the 15 millimeter angle lens is actually a really wide lens. So I'm actually able to hold it, and I've actually measured it. So if you can take your fingers and do kind of like a hang loose sign, I can literally hold that far away from my face, and it looks like I'm holding it, I don't know, probably close to this far. Like I can't even stretch my arm that far. But it gives an extra wide angle, so I'm able to actually hold the camera without having to put any type of GorillaPod or a bipod on the camera to extend it, or like I guess some people would call like maybe a selfie stick, but that's not really what it is. But something to hold the camera further away. So so that's kind of my So this is kind of my go-to lens as far as when I'm shooting all the time. Buying the 24-105 was definitely a good choice, but not something that I use very often. So that's enough kind of chatting about the camera. So let's talk a little bit about, in my opinion, something that's, once you like, a lot of people had questions for me when they've seen my videos and stuff, and specifically asking on, what do I buy? I want to get into videos. I want to do this. I want to help promote my business. What do I need to do? And first off, I just tell them to stop overthinking it. If you've got even a recent-ish phone that does halfway decent videos, I mean, literally like an iPhone 8 is a pretty common phone that people have. If you've got something that's even an iPhone 8 or 6 or whatever, or I'm not sure what the Samsung equivalent is. I'm a Samsung guy, so I'm not really familiar with the iPhones, but I know like even like a Note 5, something that's quite a bit older. If it takes just reasonably decent video, you're good enough to start making before and after videos and doing what I'm doing right here. Anyways, but the first thing I always tell people to upgrade and do is, hey, thanks Ryan, is to actually audio. So most of the cell phone cameras and stuff like that are pretty decent for videos and stuff, or at least good enough, because quite frankly, 4K is out there, all that kind of stuff, and 8K actually, and higher. But most people are looking at your content on a cell phone. So having it in 4K or some ultra high resolution footage is not really needed. So realistically, even quite frankly, like a 720 is probably good enough for what most people are going to look at your content on. But anyways, let's go ahead and chat about audio here. So what I sometimes use, I don't really use it a whole lot in the shop, but this would be like a shotgun mic. This was actually referred to me by Ryan Shutt, the RPS Dent specialist. So I want to give a shout out to you in recommending this. This was actually right after MTE. after MTE this year, Orlando, Ryan had this mic on his camera setup, and I was like, man, you know, that's a pretty sweet looking mic. Let's like give me the rundown of it, because I had used the a little bit older mic from Rode, but it wasn't powered or anything, which I don't even want to get into the explanation of that. But anyways, this mic, this is the NTG. It works great. Works really, really well for a shotgun mic. But if you're getting into a little bit, you know, so if you're familiar with watching my videos in my shop here, it gets a little echoey and stuff like that, and it doesn't get quite the good audio content. So what I've actually started using is basically a wireless mic, and this is actually from Rode. So what happens is this actually goes on the camera here. I'm actually going to turn it on. So this goes on the camera and plugs in, and then as you can see, it's registering from the meter. So I can take, this is the actual microphone, and it actually has a little clip that you can clip onto your collar here, and it'll actually register the input as far as the audio level. So I'm actually talking to it right now. See how it's jumping up and down? So it actually gives you a heads up right on the mic system. So basically this mic here, what I'm going to go ahead and do to it is actually clip it on. I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, but anyways, you get the idea. So I just clip it on there, and that allows me to do much better audio content. Unfortunately, a lot of the new phones now do not have audio jacks on them anymore, and so you got to get an adapter, and then I got to have a huge tail hanging off my phone but realistically the microphone's good enough for what I'm trying to do on these live videos here. Another thing that is what a lot of people are going, what the heck is going on here? So this is a Gorilla Pod, and a lot of guys use this as obviously a tripod as it's set up here, but they'll actually fold up all three legs. Let me see if I can do this with only one hand, and they'll actually hook the camera to it, and they'll swoop it like that. And that allows the camera to be further away. So my Canon M50 that I used to shoot a lot of my videos with, this is what I would use to hold the camera far away from me so that I could shoot myself before I had the extra wide lens like I've got here, the brand new, like I said, the RF 15 to 35. So I'm actually able to now not need that, thankfully, and able to shoot footage without holding the camera, you know, some ungodly huge contraption out on my arm. So I just wanted to kind of chat a little bit about, you know, like I said, some of the video stuff. One thing I also didn't mention, GoPro, I've got the 7. I know right now they've got the 8 out and stuff like that, and then that is a little bit better and stuff. But for what I'm trying to do with it most of the time, the 7, normally I'm just taking time lapses with it, normally, to be honest with you. So it works just fine for that. But anyway, so that's kind of a little bit of a peek in the side of the camera related stuff. So hey, what's up, Louie? And so that's just kind of touching on some of the camera stuff that I use in my arsenal here. If you've got any questions about anything I used here, feel free to go and leave them in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions about anything. And I love talking camera stuff and videos and stuff like that, so it's right up my alley. Anyway, so, but if you're watching this and maybe you have any type of dent repair or anything you need, feel free to go ahead and reach us on our website at SiouxFallsDentRepair.com, or you can give me a call directly here at 605-250-1023. You call or text, send your damaged photos to that number directly, and I'll go ahead and reach back out to you and see about getting you scheduled in for an estimate. Anyways, hope you guys had a good night. I had to come up with something quick because I got to do a live video every day. So PDR 30. Anyways, so thanks out to Mike Toledo for having that challenge out there. And we'll see you guys on the next video tomorrow. So anyways, everybody have a good night. You take care.